Yo, welcome to Sports and Street Talk, Season 2,
Yes,
Episode 5. Hey, man, we talking positive thinking on this episode.
What it do, y'all?
My name is Josh Portis.
Rob Gordon.
Rob Jones.
And today, man, we just going to really just get into it, talk about positive thinking, man, and just about the reality of, just thinking positive all the time. And, it's pretty much like, I feel like everybody can relate to. It's just far just an everyday attribute of just attacking something that you guys want to get done day in and day out. I mean, everybody should have a goal in mind. Everybody should have, some type of ambition that they're trying to attack in life. And I just feel that, people need to go ahead and take it serious day in and day out. So positive thinking, man. What y'all think? Talk to me.
I mean,
you gotta stay positive.
You gotta be positive.
Yeah,
like it don't matter what part of life you in, what kind of business you in, what field you in. It's all about mentality. It's like your success is predicated on your mentality. If you don't have the right mentality, you probably 9 times out of 10 are not going to be successful because thoughts become things and how you think becomes your reality. It's what manifests into, the universe, man. Like that's just what it is. You got to think positively, and then everything else kind of follows suit from that. You know what I mean? That's kind of my thoughts on it. What you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, like you got to know when the ops is coming, and you got to stay on the positive wavelength. You just got to, because you can compromise everything in a split reaction. You feel me?
Yeah.
In a minute, and for every action is an equal and opposite reaction. So you gotta just make sure you stay in that positive wavelength. Thank God first before you make your mistake. Before you just go ahead and do what your killer instinct tell you to do. You just relax and sit back and let things move a certain way.
Okay, move a certain way. Well, I mean, I really like this topic just because, it just, shit in people's lives need to be positive, man. Today, man, you look out in the outside world today. I mean, just so much is going on. I mean, you look at, athletes getting in trouble to, people taking people's cars on the news to, it's just all types of crazy things happening now today. And it's outside today's world, man. And the only thing I can really say to folks is like when they going out and enjoying themselves is, be safe out there, man.
Always stay dangerous.
You just gotta move differently and just make sure you handling your businesses accordingly on a day-to-day basis. And you just gotta watch yourself out here, man, because the come up is the come up, man, and the pandemic, man. People are hungry out here, man. People are hungry.
But what do y'all do when the situation becomes at its max? Like, for instance, a 6-year-old girl was murdered.
Yeah, back home
in D.C.
Saw that.
And
Saw that.
They don't have no suspects, and they don't have anything. Like, how do y'all handle that situation? How do you remain positive? How do you maintain that focus?
That's a tough one for me because I think that's sucker shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you have kids. You know the kid wasn't the target.
It wasn't. I think what's going on right now with the pandemic and everything, with people not having no bread and just people, the way that people moving is hurting more than it's helping. And I think in that specific situation, that was definitely some gang related stuff. You know what I mean? It had everything to do with the target was somebody else, and she was just an innocent bystander. And I think a lot of times what's going on with these youngins now is, first of all, ain't no code. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, dog, ain't no women, no children. You know what I'm saying? You know that. Like don't even approach it. Like if you get approached wrong, somebody gonna check you on that. Ain't no OGs out here. They not answering to nobody. So basically, what it is it ain't no code. So when you have situations like that, and whoever was the shooter foul, and you know what it is, and whoever know who he is. Back when we was growing up, you get checked for that. You know what I'm saying? Like you get checked for that straight up. You know that.
I think it starts with our youth, man. They got it too easy, bro. They got all the information at a touch of a finger.
Access.
You know what I'm saying? They sit around and they play the video games all day, and there's no discipline at home, bro. Like it's really not. There's no control.
The parents is just too busy doing other stuff.
Now let me ask you this question: do you think, since you talked about the elements, right? You just brought up like the elements of the distraction. Social media, so much stuff going on with the elements. Can that distract positive thinking? can that distract you? You know,
absolutely.
It does all the time.
It's like a tool, right? Social media is a tool. You can use it for good or for bad. You know what I mean? Like whatever you click on your feed, it's gonna get. It's a feed. It's gonna feed you more of that, right? So if you click on, you know, ass shaking, you gonna get more ass shaking. Right. But if you click on quotes, you gonna get more quotes. Right. So it's a tool, and I think that, you know what I'm saying, kids is using it just like the adults is using it, and it's affects you good or bad.
Yeah.
But I think social media, it empowers the energy of others, those that are undeserving. You know what I'm saying?
Correct, for sure.
It allows people to come into your you know what I'm saying? You're gonna look at the comments. You're gonna look regardless if you got 100 million people that love you. What about the 100,000 that just can't stand you?
Yeah. You know? Negative comment always going kind of.
And the minute you open your life up to social media, now you've opened up Pandora's box. For sure. Now how you gonna deal with that?
For sure.
It's a different take on it. I mean, that's something to take of. I mean, when you just talked about, I mean, I have a different take on it. Like, as far as just like social media is concerned, I feel like it's a time and a place for social media, just for like, you know, just the positive thinking. All right, we on Instagram. You go on Instagram every day. All right, what we looking at? Majority of the time, you go on the explore page, you're looking at women, right? Sex sales. Then you're looking at, okay, who had 40 last night? It was it Giannis? Was it Kawhi? Was it Devin Booker? Right. All right. Who? What's going on in football? What quarterback is, you know, not getting the treatment that he want, right? So there's so many different things that's going on in the media as far as news and collectively, right? About other things. But what about positive thinking in your life, though? How can we eliminate that? Just because I feel like social media is a distraction, right? It is something that you not really taking time to build on your brand on your own, right? So how can we just, you know, get everybody on the court and just be like, all right, let's get this mentality, let's take this mentality and take it to a whole nother level.
I'm gonna let you take that one. I got something for it though.
I mean, at the end of the day, with social media, it's like who's tracking you. You know what I'm saying? I think about that all the time. But once you understand that, hey, okay, I'm gonna allow this part of my life to be open, and you get the negativity, you have to remain positive no matter what. You got to stay within your guidelines of staying in the positive direction. You got to go. A lot of times, things they're gonna try you. They're gonna come for you. So you just got to stay down. I mean, for the most part.
I think for me, how I personally deal with or do successful thought process things, affirmations. For me, like I wake up with affirmations. I say affirmations in the morning. I do my prayer.
Really?
Yeah, and I do my prayer, and then I get busy and start my day. Usually, you know, that's usually kind of like my little.
We all know you be busy over there. I call your ass in the morning around like 6:30, 7 o'clock. You can't even pick up the phone. Guess what I get?
What?
Can I call you back later? I get one of those autos. I'm like, Rob, what the hell you doing at 7 in the morning?
He always pick up the phone though.
At 7 in the morning, I'm usually planning my day out. I usually start with a little piece of paper after I do my affirmations, my prayer, and I'm at my day out. I'm like, all right, I'm doing this. And in this portion of the day, at this particular time, then I'm going through my emails. I'm trying, like 6, 7, I'm trying to get shit done.
Yeah.
By 8 or 9, now I'm taking phone calls. I'm doing the phone shit, whatever I got to do as far as that, returning phone calls, whatever the case may be. By 1, 2 o'clock, gym, eat, and for the rest of the day, I'm pretty much like either on some real estate shit or on some auditions or whatever business I got to take care of. But that's how I kind of keep my shit positive. Just always keep just moving.
You got to stay busy. You just got to keep the ops from around you. Keep that negative energy from around you. And you got to be able to pinpoint it when it's there and don't keep giving it chance after chance after chance. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times what we do is we give, you know what I'm saying, we give a person another chance. We're like, well, maybe we didn't see it.
Nah, hell nah, dog. If I see them signs, I'm out of there.
You
got one time with me. Josh know that. Like, dog, I'm going to tell you straight up, ain't no second chance.
Because when a person show you who they are, you got to believe
I believe them, bro. Like, straight up. Because once they show you, you like, all right. Like, they not going to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you in a situation where it's like a friendship or a relationship and y'all, you say it and then y'all acknowledge it and then, okay, boom, we change it from there. But if it's a business relationship or somebody you just met, man, they not changing 9 times out of 10. You might as well keep on moving, bro. Like, Don't even worry your head about it. Keep on moving and go to the next situation because they're not changing.
So let's talk about like where does pride and ego lie? Where does that lie?
Within the successful thing?
I mean, within positivity. You feel me? Because a lot of times
it don't though.
You know, but how much are you willing to take? Let's just say you got an audition and and it's for Nike and you know, the CEO of Nike's talking to you like, hurry up and do this, and you don't even move that way. So how you handle that though, bro? Like, you know, when pride get in the way, a lot of people just react on, you know, they just immediate reaction. But it could cost you everything. You know what I'm saying? Your family, your kids.
I feel like it's more so like when you're talking about a situation like that, it's more about integrity though, right? So if you're in a certain situation and say you're talking about like, you know, somebody disrespects you or say something wrong to you, it's like how much are you willing to take for a check? You know what I mean? Like that's integrity. That's more integrity than pride. But I think like when you talking about pride and your version of success, it's like, all right, say you got a job, right? Whatever job it is, and say they requiring you to do something, whatever it is, whatever this something is, and you like, that's not really something that I do, you know what I mean? But it's like, all right, well, we're paying you to do this job. Okay, for example, I'm gonna give you a better example.
No, I'm gonna ask you, what if they want you to dress up like a chick?
That's where I was gonna go. That's where I was gonna go. So it's funny that you said that. So like, it's funny that you said that. So like, if you get an audition, or whatever, that's still integrity to me because it's like, dog, that goes against what I stand for. You know what I mean? So as far as how I'm built, I'm not necessarily gonna take that role. I don't give a fuck. Excuse my expression. I don't give a fuck how much it's paying. You know what I mean? Because I got a son I'm raising, and I don't need my son seeing his dad like that. You know what I mean? Like that's just me. That's morality.
So in the professional world, you're gonna carry it like that regardless.
Yeah, but it's a respectful way to turn it down. You know what I mean? Like, no, thank you. That's not something that I want to do for my brand, my personal brand. That's not. It doesn't go with that.
And he has that choice.
And it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? And people need to respect your choice and decisions. I think when you're talking about pride though and success, like that's like, for example, a ball player, right? A ball player is like he might be playing for the Lakers. And he gets traded to Atlanta, for example. He like, nah, I ain't going to Atlanta because I don't like Atlanta. Like, what are you talking about, dog? Like, don't let your pride get in the way of the check. Like, go to the team. Like that I think is more like pride, you know what I mean, kind of interfering in your success. You know what I mean?
Dang, you just jumped to that. I was just about to ask you about pride in sport.
Yeah, like I just feel like with sports, you know what I mean? You know this, dog. Like if you're in a certain locker room, like some players don't want to play with certain players. But for example, if you playing with LeBron, right? And you might not like how LeBron talked to you in the locker room, but at the end of the day, you're going to be on the team and you're going to win. Like, suck that pride up, dog. Let's get this ring. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's how it kind of like interferes within sports. Like,
and just pride on just the topic of just positive thinking. Like when people are prideful, you know, they're like, man, forget that.
But
man, I ain't doing that. I'm taking a high road.
What happens when you know there's some unfair shit? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know that unfair things are happening.
I mean, you kind of got to speak up for yourself. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. Like if you on a team, again, we'll go with the sports analogy. If you on a team and I'm going to use your shit. If you on a team and you know that a coach might be talking to you disrespectfully, right?
Right.
At some point, you got a decision to make. It's pride. You either gonna stick up for yourself and say, "Come on, coach, you can't keep talking to me like that," or you gonna take the check, and just ride out into the sunset. Well, ego and pride. We all men. We ego. Your
Right.
ego and your pride gonna say, "Hold up, man. You can't talk to me like that." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, don't do that. Don't embarrass me in front of these people.
Right. Because if you take it, that follow you back to the crib.
Correct.
Your wife, your kids.
Yeah, I mean, because at a certain point, it's like you either gonna say something and be and not be a bitch about it, or you going let the nigga just keep talking to you crazy.
Also, that decision that you make after, like, you're not gonna keep talking to me like that. That may have to do with, all right, should I choose this one? Should I choose this one? Because at the end of the day, it's gonna affect my bottom line.
It's
right?
gonna affect your bottom line. It's going
either
either
way
way.
you stand, like if you're gonna stick up to the
Before
coast,
y'all
you
make
might
decisions,
get cut.
you gotta be able to live with it.
might
You
get
gotta
cut.
be able to live with it.
You gotta,
So-
it's right.
yeah,
So pride and ego get in the way because whatever happens from that situation of your pride and or your ego, you have to stand on that. Like if you're in a relationship and you get in an argument with your lady, you know what I'm saying? And the right thing to do would be to apologize. If you don't apologize, you got to stand on that. If she step
Always
off,
apologize.
you know what I mean? Always apologize, especially when it comes to that situation. But your ego might say, I'm not wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm right in this
For sure.
situation. And not to apologize. But just, you got to bury the ego and say, you know what? It ain't even worth it.
It ain't worth it.
Bury it and just let it go. So that's success. I mean, that's success in, we talk about success in sports. We talk about success in relationships. But like pride and ego, to me, they don't go.
How about this though? Positive thoughts, right? You talking about positive thinking. What about getting in your own head? How about the psychological effect on just thoughts that come to your head and creep into your head?
Go God first,
How do we
yeah.
eliminate that?
Go God first.
You gotta
you gotta pray. You gotta meditate. You gotta sit back, smoke you one, whatever you do, and just stay within those. Keep that negative energy away from.
I'm gonna be real with you. I
have
think
to-
we all have, or we all kind of get some type of negative thought, right?
Yeah, we all do.
With
We
everybody.
human.
I mean, it's
We
a human nature,
Yeah,
right?
we
So,
human.
but it's
We human.
it's on you to either relish in the thought and stay in that moment, or say, you know what, recognize it. Like, you know what, I'm not doing that with me today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna let
Right.
that go. It is what it is, and
Right.
then think about the next positive thing or the
Right.
next positive thought. Because we all have days where you ain't feeling it, you ain't feeling good. You like, this.
I think on a lot of cases, the evil energy of the world knows your weakness, and it will get you.
And it will prey on you.
It will.
Yeah.
It will continue to come at you,
Whatever it is.
whatever it is.
And what's
bro.
the first thing that we say, man? That's the devil, man.
I'm
right
telling
there.
you. I mean, a lot of it is no. A lot of it is karma, though. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
Because
So you think that if you sitting in the car,
nah. A lot of times when things happen to you, tell me you don't think back to a mistake you made that might have caused that.
hell nah.
What?
I can't agree with you on that one, Rocco. Cause this is the thing. Like, all right, say for example, right? I got my car stolen, right? And because I got my car stolen, that don't make me sit here and be like, man, you know what? That one time when I got somebody else's car stolen, like, no, nigga, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? They could just be somebody just on some fuck shit that
You
day.
either Jay?
Nah,
Huh?
hell no.
You don't think-
Because if something happens like that, I don't never think like, all right.
I'm talking about. Let's just say
Hell no.
you do a chick.
So something bad happens.
Hold
You're
on,
pretty much
no,
saying,
no. We gonna be specific. So let's say you do something to a girl, and
Okay.
you know, and you know what I'm saying. You know how we done moved in the past. And
Yes,
everything.
absolutely, yeah.
And then years down the line, she wound up doing the very same thing to you.
Okay, in that instance, yes, but that's fucking once in a blue moon, nigga. That's 1,000% in 1,000,000%, nigga. The odds, I don't even know the odds, but that ain't nigga.
she didn't catch you. She didn't catch you, right?
I mean, I think it's
I don't know where this
I had-
karma piece came from. I don't like it.
It's going in a whole different direction.
no
Look,
conscious thought, man. You got to always be thinking.
But so you think? Okay, so let me ask you this: if you
I mean,
wake
I
up,
don't live in the past or think about the past. I'm always moving.
of course,
forward.
but I'm saying if you wake up right, let's just say you having a rough day. You wake up, boom, you stub your toe, first thing in the morning. You thinking like, damn, I stubbed my toe because.
No, not no little shit. Bro.
But I'm just saying that's how I feel like you. That's like where I feel like it's rooted in.
More on the, you know what I'm saying, when you think back and you think, okay, well, certain things, you know,
Happen.
if you're a praying man, you ask God to forgive you and you move on and you keep moving.
Right.
But at the same time, you know that there's certain things that you have done.
Absolutely.
That there's something to think about. You feel me?
I think in certain situations, yeah, some stuff happens.
If
and
you have,
transpires, you like,
you know,
damn,
if you have
that's
gone out
probably from
there and
this.
you've taken a man's life and then some of your loved ones wind up catching it behind that, it's
karma.
It's karma, bro.
Yeah, now that in that situation, yeah, for sure.
But even in that situation, do you think you like
Nah.
it's gonna come at me? It's gonna happen.
Nah, because when you living that life, dog, you don't care.
Yeah.
You not in that moment. You stop it, bro. We not gonna do this
Man,
in front of the cameras. You
nah,
done lived that life before.
No, because
You done lived a life, and you know.
Nah, I'm gonna say something. The real, like everybody know, they know, bro. Like for real, when you do something, you gotta take them demons with you, bro.
You do.
You got to take it with you. You
But
got
you
to
know-
live with that.
But
man.
you know that most people that's in that life, living that life, you ain't thinking about the backlash of the life later. You ain't thinking about that. Because think about it.
How can you say that,
Bro, look, think about it like this. If you in the street, right? Boom, you hustling, you doing whatever you gotta do.
Right.
You don't know what's about to happen to you 10 years from now. You don't know that you about to have a kid 10 years from now. You don't know that. You know what I'm saying? You living the life in that moment, right? So you slanging your dope, you doing whatever you gotta do. At the end of the day, 10 years from now, something come, you have a kid. You not in the life no more. Something happened to you, you're not thinking about like, damn, you know, something from 10 years ago back when I was slanging and doing my thing, like, bro, you're not thinking about that. You're not. We don't live like, people don't live like that.
Right. We understand what you're trying to say.
No. But there's always circumstances, bro. In everything you do, there's always to the max. There's always the little shit. You feel me?
I feel it.
No matter where you go in this world, something will
Catch up to you.
catch up to you.
Yeah.
Find your weakness.
Yeah.
Exploit it.
So let me ask you this: when it comes to success, right, and you correlating it with karma, right? So you got karma, or whatever the case may be. Do you think that there's a such thing as success karma?
Absolutely.
Like you receive something like based off of the work and stuff that you put in,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean, like what goes around comes around. Like you do a good deed for somebody or something like that.
The way the universe works.
You know what I mean? And
But
then
you got to think about the vice versa. If that happens, then it has to happen the other way.
Yeah, it's true. I ain't think about it like that, but I was just bringing a different perspective to you.
You just brought the
But
perspective I was
when we
bringing
do
to
something
you.
good to somebody or do a good deed to someone, we don't think, or do you guys think, or do you think when you're doing that good deed to that person,
Yeah, it's gonna spin back.
is it going to spin back? Oh, like, I'm going to do a good deed to this person, but I'm going to get blessed the next week.
Nah.
Like,
Nah,
like,
you
hey,
can't-
you
I don't
can't
know
do
about
it
y'all,
like
but
that.
hey, look, hey, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I do it. I got to keep my karma good.
Guilty as charged.
I got to keep my karma good. You know what I'm saying? You never know. See an old lady struggling with the bags, you like, hey, let me go and help this old lady, because you're doing a good deed. You know what I mean?
Man
And
upstairs
make
saw
you
me.
feel good. Yeah, make you feel
Saw
good.
me,
But at the
saw
end of the day, you know it's gonna come back.
Yeah.
It's gonna come back
gonna come
somehow.
back.
I don't know how, but it's gonna come back. Yeah. You might find $100 on the ground or something. Who knows? I do. I don't know.
I say I give my good deed to people, you know what I'm saying? Day in and day out, I give them $1 here, $1.50 there, $2 here, $2 there, you know.
You can't be breaking it off like that. There's too many homeless people out here in LA.
And what do you do when you see the same guy?
One deed a day though.
Hold on.
Not
I'm
like
about to
here,
say.
there, here,
Hold
there, but
on,
one deed a
hold on,
day.
JP.
One deed a day.
What you do when you see the same guy every day?
I be like, you ain't broke.
Yeah, because he done got all the money off you because you paying them every day.
Homeless people is tricky though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Speaking
no
of that, I mean, you'll pull up on the freeway. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, got some nice shoes on.
Oh, yeah.
You know, on the shirt. And you think to yourself, are they really, really homeless though?
Sometimes I
You
do
know what I'm
that.
saying? Like,
I
are
do
you
that,
really,
dog.
really
I
homeless?
know them
looking like, I
panhandlers
don't
in the
know.
city
I
is
don't know if
rich
really
though,
homeless.
bro.
Oh, the ones in DC? Oh, hell yeah.
They rich, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They getting it.
I knew this one guy, man. I saw this one time, bro. This straight up. He was panhandling. He had finished. He goes around the corner and jumps in the Benz. Took off. I said, what the hell?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And from then, like, I just been kind of skeptical. For
Ever
real.
since?
Yeah, ever since. Skeptical, dog. I don't really
Yeah,
trust
you're ruining it for
everybody, for the ones that
yeah.
really is messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ruined for
I
me.
wonder
For real.
what type of thinking they're doing over there.
I don't know. It's positive something.
Hopefully it's positive, baking in the sun.
I hope so. Who knows?
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, as far as just like, this topic, man, I think, this topic, I think it is undermined, man. I think a lot of people think, I think a lot of people just need to just have a positive mindset, man. Just have a mentality, just dive deep to it every day, have a goal, have a purpose in life. I mean, and just be pure and genuine about the things that you do around people and how you want to help others, man. I think that's what it really comes down to.
For sure.
And just having a positive spirit about yourself, and it's just contagious, and it spreads too. You know, people feel it.
And
Yeah,
You know,
that's what
it ain't
is.
no lie, it ain't no faking. This
Yeah.
ain't faking the funk. This ain't like, hey, I'm gonna be nice to this person so I can get this person on. Nah, this ain't a manipulation factor. We don't play these type of games
Yeah,
over
for
here on
sure.
this set.
For sure.
But
Yeah.
you know, just speak your mind, man. Yeah,
And even when negative energy come into your presence, you make your positive energy you know what I'm saying?
Magnify through that.
Magnify and
See
be,
right
be
through
way
it.
more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Because people will follow positive. Unfortunately, that little bit of negative, it goes into positive people. That it just disturbs you a little bit. You don't even know it's hitting you, but it do.
Yeah.
You take it with you. Even though you're a positive person, you take a little bit of that with you when you keep that energy around you.
Anything you guys want to talk about before we wrap this thing up? I mean, I think we hit a lot of things as far as just the psychological effects of positive thinking, the pride and egos of positive thinking. I mean, just we touched on a lot of cool points. I think that people
Yeah, I
can
think
listen
we got
to.
into the dynamics of it.
I think one thing that helps too, just like a tip, you know what I mean, goal setting, I think kind of helps with positive thinking. You know what I mean? If you got certain goals, put a date to the goal, of course, because you don't want to just have it just kind of lingering. But for me, like, if I have a goal and I set a goal, that helps me think positively towards that. You know what I mean? Like, because if I got the goal, I'm like, all right, cool. Now then I create like a plan for the goal, like how am I going to get there? Right. So then every day now you're doing the work to actually get to the goal. So that kind of like consumes your thought process. Right. You know what I mean? That's just like a little
100.
tidbit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, that will wrap it up, man. Sports and Street Talk, Season 2, Episode 5, Positive Thinking, man. Check us out on www.snstalk.net for all this latest apparel, dad hats coming soon. Check all the latest videos out from Season 1, from Chi Ali, Rennie, Young Buck, to Vernon Davis, Torrey Smith, to latest Season 2 episodes of Black China, Quinn Cook. It's going to heat up. We got a lot of guests coming through the LA area.
And we got a new segment, y'all, Rocking the Streets. So I'm excited
Rocking
about
the
it.
streets.
Yeah, I'm in there. I'm out there.
We going to see what Rock is cooking in the streets, though, man.
Definitely.
What you got for the people, though, since you
Hey,
want to
man,
bring...
shout out South Dakota Park, man. What y'all doing out there? Women Bridging the Gap, the nonprofit organization out there. We got a 3-on-3 tournament going on. Shout out to Fat Dog. Shout out to Bookie. Shout out to Coach T, Fred, all y'all. I love y'all, man. Yay, M. Beezy. Y'all know what it is, bro. So, yeah, we're going to keep doing that. Shout out to Northeast, Northwest, D.C., the A. I love all y'all. Peace and love.
Peace and love, folks. That will do it. Wrap it up. Peace.
Peace and love.